Okay, so here's hoping that the technical issues have been put aside. How is everybody doing tonight?
Doing fine.
Eat all the pizza.
You have pizza?
Yes.
I want a
I have-
slice.
I have pizza every night we do this. Largely because I go grocery shopping before we get to do this. And I'm like, what's quick? Oh, there's a pizza place. Let's go get a pizza.
I want a slice.
Do you want the artery clogger or do you want the cheese?
Go for the clog.
Okay, triple the pepperoni it is.
Good God, triple pepperoni?
It's what was on sale.
You know, Josh, they have these things that they put on pizzas sometimes called vegetables.
You can't even taste the pizza with triple pepperoni. All you're getting is a mouthful of pepperoni.
Oh, be quiet, Plain Jane. Mister, I'll go to a restaurant. Can I get a burger with just cheese and ketchup?
Hey, burgers rock. I love burgers.
Yeah, Plain Jane, cheese and ketchup. Burgers need more than cheese and ketchup.
Because that's all. No, cheese and ketchup is all you need.
Gross.
No.
No. All a burger needs is cheese, pickles, and mustard with pepper. If you put ketchup on it, you've ruined it.
What is wrong with all of you people?
Apparently, someone has not had a very good burger.
Pickles are nasty.
You shut your whore mouth.
It's like, oh, hey, let's just put nothing but cheese, pickles, and mustard on there. Put some good stuff on your... I mean, pickles are fine. I like pickles. But, like, they're like, here, put cheese on it. Well, you know what they put on there? Fucking American cheese, usually. That's disgusting. Get some A, get some real cheese. B, get
Pepper
some
jack.
more stuff. Josh, eat some vegetables. God damn.
So what you're saying, Emily, is like put on some, like maybe some Gouda, some lettuce,
Yes.
tomato,
Yeah? Throw some
some banana
avocado on there.
peppers.
No
Yeah, some
banana peppers.
avocado.
Those are gross.
You shut your whore mouth.
My whore mouth will not close.
Ooh. Chihuahua.
Love
But-
triangle of one.
But Darby saying pickles are gross is, that's a far stretch coming from somebody whose mouth burns from eating green onions.
I didn't say it burned. I said,
You said burned.
Yeah, I did.
You said
I
burned.
said, but there was a little burn.
No, Darby, that's
I'm
the
just
clap,
saying.
not green onions.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
And demonetized.
Oh, like there was ever any doubt we were going to be demonetized before this game started.
I think this is the fastest we've ever been demonetized. We haven't even started and we're demonetized.
Well, technically, this video hasn't been published yet, so we're not demonetized yet.
I think we're preemptively demonetized. I think the Google spy server just really caught what we're on to what we're doing and demonetized us.
You've also just ensured that they delete the video, Josh. You've mentioned the spy server.
I know the whole channel's going to be gone.
That's okay. I'll just re-upload them onto my channel, so that'll be gone.
I knew I should have kept backup.
I got backups of all of it. Yes, Possum, you're a pretty boy.
Whisper hates me right now
Why?
because she took a piddle on my gym clothes. And I got angry at her for it.
Did you show her a picture of the other cat?
Not yet.
You know, we'll probably do the same thing with Minion just so she never forgets the whore kitty. Okay, so now that we've gotten general bullshittery out of the way, yes, Possum, you're a pretty boy, but Papa's busy. Um, so I will say a week has passed in game. You guys have returned to normal for you guys. And you are all and currently the Tempest is charting a nebula. What would everyone like to be doing in this brief bit of character development before the storyline actually begins? Is there anything that you guys wanted to cover for the week that you guys for the week that's passed since the last mission? Did you guys want to do anything in particular? Just let me know.
I'm attending the court martial of Lisa Hartley.
I have a question.
Sure.
Did I get a date?
You know what? I'm going to leave this up to chance. I have a D20. Actually, no. I'm going to go for my D10. Where is it?
Even fairer chances, Emily. Oh my.
Woo!
Whoops. I got to grab my dice box. Hang on.
Now, did you sacrifice the proper goats to Nuffle and make your prayers to Polyhedrus?
What? Nuffles?
Yes, the great god Nuffle. He of random chance and capricious roll.
Is this a furry thing?
No, this is a wargamer thing.
Because it sounds like a furry thing.
It's not a fur. It's a wargamer thing. It's a Blood Bowl thing.
I don't know what that is, but alright.
The great chaos god Nuffle. He of random chance and capricious rolls.
Okay. Emily, high or low?
Did Emily die?
What?
Did you say something?
I did.
Oh no, Darby came out here because of the pictures I posted in Funny Finds.
So high or low, Emily?
I said hi.
That would be a no.
Lame.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that she's not open to it. It's just it didn't happen in the week.
Well, I mean, it didn't have to happen. Like, it was just the asking for one, and they're like, oh, you know what? I'm not sure. I want to think about that. So it's kind of why I was.
Why don't we leave it off that she has to think on it?
Okay.
This way,
Whatever you wish to do.
And in the
She's
medical
washing
bay
her
that-
hair.
I
That's a lot of hair.
it's gonna take a few weeks.
And in the medical bay that day, it became a well-known superstition that if the Cardassian gets a date, someone on the ship
Someone on the ship, what?
gets murdered.
That would be a horrible precedent to start setting. You want to go on a date with me? Sure, bet.
I am the herald of death.
I am the final horseman.
Upon
Or
discovering the body,
Pestilence, famine, and date. Wait, what?
and during the autopsy, we discover that a few teeth are missing.
Oh, god damn it. No, I was going to say war, famine, pestilence, and lesbianism. Okay, so there has been no date set in concrete yet. She wants to think about it. What would everyone else like to be doing over the next week?
I'd say Lisa probably went back to update the shrink on her holodeck time and to go over some of the things that happened with her during the stuff that happened in her backstory. It's about time. I haven't gone to see her yet for that, so.
Okay. Che, what about you?
Che has spent the last week stabilizing his goddamn apartment.
Oh yeah, Lister has definitely not been herself.
I can imagine. I'm also sorting through all of Hudson's work and attempting to get whatever project she was working on finalized. Since, she's not here to do it herself, there should be at least some closure on it.
If you want, Fulmer will help you with that because mapping a nebula doesn't really require a geologist.
Che is most appreciative for this help.
And what is Moral doing over the next week?
Writing extensive reports.
Now, are we talking like extensive reports or Lister reports?
Are we getting the Lisa Hartley court martial going?
She's not writing a report like Lister would write it, because if she did, she'd go insane. She's writing an extensive report, just detailing basically what's been going on, what's happened, and getting ready to file it and everything, and who's responsible and who did what, and who didn't do what, and who failed to do what, recommendations and everything.
Oh, that is one thing that has definitely tipped you off that Lister is not okay, Josh. Her reports have just been matter of fact.
I am probably spending a lot of off-duty hours with Lister.
Wink, wink.
No, that their relationship will never be that.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have enough appendages, and well, he has too many.
It still sounded dirty.
I could always give Lister some attention.
Wink, wink.
Your pectorals are a little bit too pendulous.
What?
Actually, they're quite firm.
Ooh, firm.
Shay's into it.
And there goes any future chance of us being monetized.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, Possum, what the hell? You are just like so attention starved. What the fuck? Normally you want me to leave you the fuck alone. Say it. Say it, bitch. Yeah, say it on the channel.
Jimmy, stop stroking your pussy.
Josh, you weren't entirely interested in monetization at any point in your life, were you?
I mean, for this channel, not really. I'd have to work a whole hell of a lot harder.
Banned for life.
I'd have to learn things like editing and video composition, and who has time for that?
Okay, so Morale is filling out reports. Onivrin is up and about. This charting of the nebula has been very routine, very boring, to the point that most people have sought holodeck time or time in the gymnasium in their off time just to alleviate boredom.
The Tempest has a gymnasium?
It has two.
That's not holodeck deck projected?
Okay. I know. Okay. Josh, Emily, Frank, have I not mentioned before that there were gymnasiums on the Tempest?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you've also mentioned that we have a full featured ship.
Well, I know we got the gym, but I didn't realize we had. I don't know where I missed that.
I don't know, especially considering it's been mentioned in multiple episodes. So, I'm just trying. Just so you are aware, several of the junior officers have started a I guess it would be like a, a gaming group. It's like poker and stuff like that, but they also get together and make dinners from their various cultures. Dathan is part of it.
And once
Jay
a
is-
week they play D&D.
Nice.
Che sits down and replicates itself some dice. Kidding.
Oh man, there used to be this web comic where it was characters from Next Gen with Jordy as the GM, and they were playing DS9.
Oh, I think you showed me that at one point.
Yeah, it's gone now though, which sucks. But it
Oh,
was
that
fun.
sucks.
But no, Che.
Because wasn't Worf
go ahead.
Worf?
Worf was Worf, and he did not want to play.
Okay, anyway, what were you saying, Josh?
Che is all over this group like white on rice.
Oh yeah, they play a wide variety of games. Uh, the first night was actually Kobarat. So you got your so if Che is interested, he got to get his uh, pugilistic tendencies out while playing a card game.
Wait, yeah, because Cobra's that one where you get to where the two people get to battle it out at the end, right?
Yes.
To see the
Yes.
Hartley might want to do that one too.
Okay, so just so you're aware, the current group consists of two people from engineering, Dathan, and I think Potek joins too, just because she wants to experience everything.
That there is a lack of science officer in here. Che.
Well, I'm just letting you know who's in the group when you join.
Awesome.
The one of the engineers that are in it is the one that helped with the investigation in last week. And just so you know, her name, Frank's going to recognize the name immediately. Her name is Parsons.
Haven't I met a Parsons before?
Possibly. Okay, so apparently Frank wants ice cream, but he somehow thinks that it's going to take him 3 hours to go get ice cream from a place that's 2 blocks away.
It's San Antonio. I do not doubt. Don't leave the house, Frank. You'll never come back.
Also, the gas station across the street's still open and they have ice cream.
I forgot how to spell Datham.
You forgot how to spell what?
I forgot how to spell Dathan's name.
It's Nathan with a D. Although if you look under the heading of NPCs supporting characters, his character sheet is there.
I can't see it. I just see Lister and Kotek.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
How about now?
Nope.
Hey, there it is.
Okay, I was about to say, that has to be... I said show to all players, but I guess it has to actually be in your portfolios.
Yeah, or else you won't see it.
Yeah, okay.
So the gaming group is Kotek, Dathan, Engineer Parsons, and the unnamed Engineer Lad, as I have put him.
Yes.
What were you playing again?
What's that?
What were they playing again?
Well, the first time they got together, it was Kobarot, but they're going to be doing a bunch of games.
Ah.
It also gives Chad an excuse to cook, which he likes cooking.
Did I mention Fulmer was part of this or no?
No.
Go ahead and throw him in there as well. I swear the science department's appearing so much, I need to make character sheets for Hargrove and Fulmer too.
I wonder why. Pinky to end of mouth.
Wonder why what?
Nothing. Don't. I'm being cheeky. Just
Okay.
keep going.
All right. So, did Nar want to get in on this?
If she's invited to something that's not, punching people in the face over cards, then
Well, no, it's not punching people in the face. They got the giant Q-tip batons like from American Gladiators.
Oh, well, that makes it so much better.
I know, right? Yeah, sure. Dathan will invite you.
That's the magic word, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Give you a chance to show off.
I think he would make it an open invitation. It's not like he would just corner you and say, "Will you please come?" It would just be, if you want to come, this is where it will be.
Okay.
He does mention that Potek will be there.
Well, that is also the magic word.
Remember, Nar. Remember your Cardassian training. He's clearly trying to exploit your weakness.
Well, obviously.
Oh yes, he's trying to exploit her weakness.
For sexy kitty girls.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, obviously.
He knows how badly you want to boop that snoot. Okay, so I will say that the next gathering is happening. We'll just start tonight, and the game is going to be tentatively Tongo, but it might develop into something else. Because humans have a vast variety of card games.
Alrighty.
Actually, no. Che teaches a different game.
Oh, what game?
This is called Elysius.
Okay.
The game works like this. The dealer is God, and you are all scientists. God will write down a rule, and then you will play cards to try and figure out what cards you need to put on in the pattern to figure out God.
To figure out God's what?
To figure out what rule the dealer has set down to how you have to lay down your cards. It could be anything like don't play a spade, or go in alternating red and black, play only diamonds, play numbers in ascending order, etc.
Okay.
You're attempting to get rid of all of your cards, and you can play up to 4 on your turn. However, each time you incorrectly guess the pattern, you take a penalty card for each card you played. So, in other words, for each time you mess up, you take 2 cards back.
Okay.
What?
So aside from Tongo, that will be the other game.
I'll send you the video. It's actually kind of funny. It's a funny little card game.
All right. So the night's going fairly well. Everyone was told to bring a dish from their species. And, just to be kind of like a potluck thing. Fish sauce. Or no, what was it? Fish juice or something like that? Oh, that's right. That's a morning beverage. So the evening is going by. Everybody's having fun. When Che, you get a call on your comm badge from Hargrove.
Go ahead, Hargrove.
Sir, could you come to Stellar Cartography?
Sorry. Blah. My mind just went blank for a second. Is there something wrong?
We're picking up an unusual signal, and I was just wondering if you could double check my findings.
Certainly. And he sets down his cards in the classic gesture of folding. Tempest, sorry, everyone.
Frank. You were asleep.
Wow, he really didn't eat ice cream.
You need something. Drink your energy drink. Drink it. Do it.
I got these weird energy drinks. I might try one tonight. They're made out of like distilled coffee caffeine and fruit.
And what?
And fruit.
So you're drinking like fruity coffee?
Kinda. I don't know. I haven't tried one yet, but that's supposedly what they're going to be like.
I always knew you were kind of fruity.
Well, I am.
All right. Frank, where is Morale at this moment? It's
Everybody's off playing games with each other.
It's probably around 8 o'clock at night.
Throwing darts at the dartboard in my office.
The picture blister tape.
Wait, why would he? Why would she have a picture of Lister on there? It would be
I don't
Hartley. It would be Hartley, if anybody.
because
Actually, she likes Lister.
I was just gonna say she rotates the crew around.
Yeah, that could be possible, but no. She's just throwing dart.
Okay, while you're throwing your darts, you get a a call from Ensign Hargrove.
Go ahead.
Sir, I'm detecting an unknown signal. I'm currently Lieutenant Che is currently on his way to stellar cartography to go over my findings, but I thought you should know that these are rather unusual readings. If you'd like to see them,
I'll be there momentarily.
okay. So Josh, you get to stellar cartography. Well, technically it would be astrometrics, but still. Um, in front of you, you see Hargrove standing at a console, and in front of him is this massive. I guess it would be like an IMAX screen. IMAX screens are curved, right, over the roof, or am I thinking of something else?
I get the visual though. Is it curved horizontally or vertically?
Uh, it's horizontally.
Okay.
Um, and go ahead and give me a control and science roll. I'm checking to see if anything applies. Okay, now for okay. Um, so you looking at this, it's definitely an energy signature, but it's not one that the computer recognizes, and it's a powerful signature.
Well, we look at those numbers.
Like just to put it in perspective, the output of the frequency that you're looking at is at least 3 times the power output of the the planet that could teleport.
I reiterate the previous statement. Do we have any idea where this is coming from, Hargrove?
It took me a moment to track the source, but it is current. It is 10 light years away.
What is the source?
It's coming from a white dwarf.
Well, now. That is a lot of energy for a star.
Frank, this is about when Morale shows up.
Okay. So I'll walk into stellar photography.
Yes, and go ahead and give me a control and science. Let me see if anything applies. Okay, so no focus. Okay, so oops, hang on. Okay, you see the same thing? A powerful energy source coming from a white dwarf that easily dwarfs the teleporting planet.
Oh, what do we got here, gentlemen?
Far more power than should be put out by that star.
Well, Hargrove says, well, it's not necessarily coming from the star itself, but whatever it's coming from, it's around the star, or it could be the star. But that is a lot more power than it should be. If it's the star, then this is a new class of star. Or something happening within the star that is new to Starfleet databases.
Well, let's gather what telemetry we can from this distance, and I think it bears checking out.
Aye, sir.
Are all to help control?
This is Obaton. Go ahead, Captain.
Sending some coordinates to a nearby system where there's a star that we need to investigate. Let's make our way there at warp 3.
Understood. Okay, so for those that are still down at the dinner party, playing games and having fun, uh, you each notice that the ship has gone to warp.
Okay.
As far as you are aware, you guys still had about 4 more days worth of charting of the nebula. So moving is unusual.
Right, sure. But also, none of us have called, so it doesn't matter.
Is
At
anybody?
least yet.
Is there going to be any speculation?
Well, I mean, if there is, then someone brings up, it's like, well, it's probably a science thing, anomaly or something that we're going to investigate since they called Che up.
Oh, sure. Kill all the role playing, Emily.
I'm sorry, it's just common sense.
I know.
But is it really that common? I mean,
I mean,
we can have
Hartley is there.
All right, well, we will have to explain it very carefully to Hartley, but everybody else get.
I mean, Dathan could try to explain it to Hartley, but he doesn't have his crayons with him.
I hate you all.
just wait till the next character. Can you imagine the next character?
I want to live.
What?
Darby's next character is going to be the janitor. So what's there to explain?
I'm still leading on communications officer, even though that role is not really normally on the show.
Telling you, waste reclamation. All right. So dinner parties continuing as normal. Che, if you want to go back to the party, you can. Or did you want to try and discern what you could from the signature?
Entertainment and libations, work. Entertainment and libations, work. Everything fun gets stolen from Shay by work. So, yeah, let's try and examine the signal a little bit further.
Okay. If someone would be so kind as to keep the Tempest character sheet open, so I don't have to keep rolling. Who's going to do that?
I'll do it.
Okay. So, Josh, if you want to give me another control in science, and Frank, if you want to give me the sensors and science, and there should be no focus, one for the task roll, and then you just hit the roll. Well, shit. Okay.
3 success.
So while Che wasn't exactly hitting a home run to begin with, the Tempest just came right through with their sensor package. So, yeah, you have quite a bit of data you do now know that the energy signature is not coming from the sun. Whatever it is, it's coming from nearby the sun.
I swear to God, if this is a ceramic pot orbiting the sun.
Um, so I'm gonna say that uh, hang on, I need to check something right quick.
Shay is so alone. Alone in astrometric.
Haunted astrometrics.
That's what Che gets for killing off his people.
Okay, that is just so weird. So I'm looking up a speed to time calculator, and because I wanted to see how long it would take to travel 10 light years. At
2 minutes.
93 days. Hell, even going warp 8, it would take you 3 days. 3.5 days. That just seems so terrible.
Space is big.
Okay, well, I guess it'll take 3 days. Fuck it, why not? Certainly doesn't seem that way when you're watching a Star Trek episode.
They cut out the travel time to just the important plot beats.
I'll say about halfway there. Um, I'll say everybody's asleep when everyone is rocked out of their beds.
And
this is Dr. Nar to the bridge. What was that?
Um, so now you tap your comm badge trying to get a hold of the bridge. There's no response.
This is Dr. Nar to sickbay. Respond.
Um, at that point, you hear, "This is the emergency medical hologram. what just happened?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I can't reach the bridge. I'll try to reach some others, but be prepared for triage just in case.
No, I was just wondering whose music that was. Oh, it was Emily. Okay.
TV's on behind me. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just wanting to place where it was coming from.
Gotcha.
Um. Okay, so the EMH goes. I'm not entirely sure what happened in an emergency like this. I'm set to auto activate.
Right. Well, like I said, I don't know what happened either. I can't reach the bridge. Just be prepared for triage.
Of course, Doctor. Frank, what are you doing?
All right. Well, now I'm going to try to contact people individually. Start with, of course, the captain.
Okay, so Frank, you are comfortably, you are perfectly asleep, and then the ship violently shakes and you are thrown out of your bed. And just to drive home how disastrous this was, because being thrown out of your bed wasn't enough. There are broken knickknacks.
Oh no, not the knickknacks.
Oh yeah, because your quarters are just littered with them.
Right. Yes.
My one picture frame that came with the quarters.
And that big jar of teeth that just
Oh
broke
my
and scattered
gosh.
all over the place.
Okay. So you after you slam to the ground, what are you doing?
Well, after making sure that I'm not like injured, I'm finding my comm badge since it's not strapped to my night clothes and contacting the bridge.
You get nothing, and then a moment later, Nar comes over your comm badge.
I have no idea what's going on.
All right. I can't reach the bridge. The EMH has activated. I just thought you should know.
All right. See who you see to your staff and start checking around the ship, seeing if there's any injuries. I'll make my way to the bridge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as you're getting dressed, as Nar's getting dressed, Che, you've just been abruptly woken up.
I am heading up to the bridge.
Okay, Darby, what are you doing? I should say uh, not that it would be out of place, but uh, the ship is at red alert, and the klaxons are going off. Naturally.
Okay. Great. Yes.
I am rushing to get dressed. Obviously, I'm doing the contacting the bridge and everything, and I also contact security, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay, nobody's gonna get a hold of the bridge, but you do get a hold of one of your security officers, and they're not entirely sure. They were doing maintenance check in the armory when things went haywire.
I want start scanning the ship, see if we got. I'm going to report to the bridge, do a scan of the ship to see if we. Out of character, I'm gonna retcon that, or did I already say it?
What?
Do we have intruders?
You have no idea.
I'm gonna say, go ahead and do a quick scan to see if we have intruders. I'm going to the bridge.
Okay. Um.
Report to me when you're finished.
All right. So, I'll deal with Nar first, since you're closer to where you are going than the others are to the bridge. As soon as you get in, the doctor injects you with something.
What?
Yeah, you walk in and there was a hypospray to your neck, and before you could do anything, she pressed. You're still conscious. You're still fine.
What was that?
While I don't have access to all internal sensors, there's radiation alerts going off across the ship. I just inoculated you.
All right. Well, her inoculations. I need the rest of the staff together so that we can search for injured and inoculate the crew.
I've already started synthesizing the inoculation.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, it's going to take some time. There's 200 people on board the ship, and we can't put it through the ventilation system.
Understood. Again, I guess we'll focus on triage for now. We'll get as many inoculations as we possibly can, and then move anyone affected by radiation directly to sickbay.
Shortly after the EMH reports, both Potek and Dathan come in, as well as several nurses and whatnot, as you know they're reporting for emergency duties.
All right, I need you all to gear up. We're going to take these inoculations out. We're going to look for injured, and we're going to get as many people to sickbay as are necessary.
Of course, Doctor. Okay, so Frank, since you were in the captain's quarters, you are closer to the bridge. You arrive first.
Okay. What am I seeing?
You see Lomax sitting in the command chair as other officers are running around, either getting status reports or they're helping people that are still on the ground.
I turn to Lomax and ask him what's status.
We're still trying to determine what's going on. Communications between the bridge and the rest of the ship is down. Long range sensors are down. Our warp engines are down. I don't know what hit us, but it damaged us.
I tap my comm badge. Does it chirp?
Yes.
Okay. So comm badges work. All right. So I start helping get people that are on the floor up and checking them out to see if anybody's seriously injured.
Well, once you get on the bridge, Lomax will surrender the center seat and start helping people up. It's just he was the officer on duty.
Yeah, I know, but still, if we're dead in the water, just sitting in the chair is not going to do any good. So I just start looking at the people who are on the floor, getting them up and assessing them. Anybody who's injured is going to be sent off the bridge and sent to bay.
Okay. At this point, Che and Hartley, you both arrive at the same time.
I take it. I take a quick second to scan around the room at all the chaos.
Oh, there is a lot of chaos. I mean, there are people shouting, they're screaming out reports and whatnot.
Oh, before you continue, how many injured do we have?
Um, I'll say altogether on the bridge, there's maybe 8 people. I'll say half of them were injured in some capacity.
Okay.
I know I'm not the engineer, but in any of those reports, damage reports,
No, because communications to the bridge is down.
Hartley doesn't know that yet. All she knows is that she couldn't. Well, I'd have to assume that because I couldn't get a hold of the bridge. But okay. Is there anybody critically injured, like to the point where they can't move?
No.
Okay. I go over to my security station then and start. I'm gonna do a ship wide scan to see what happened.
Okay. Che, what are you doing?
I'm looking for damaged areas.
Che, it's who's on the normal the console station that Che normally uses right now.
Nobody.
Che sits down at his console and begins to go through things.
Okay, so this is where you are going to need control and science. I am refreshing myself with what you can do. Okay, so for this, I'm going to need 3 successes. But don't forget that the Tempest is also rolling with you in a support role.
Does computer expertise help at all?
No, because you're not studying a computer system. You are.
Okay.
What do we need to roll for the ship?
Sensors
I
and
got it.
science.
Just one and one?
Yep. Okay, well, good thing you got it. Okay, so the entire ship is surrounded by. I'm not even going to name the radiation. It's just a rare form of radiation. It is lethal in with prolonged exposure, so you know that inoculation is probably going to have to happen. But you also know that this radiation, when experienced in this high a dose, excuse me, can destabilize the warp field.
That's not good.
No, so what just happened was the ship being forcefully knocked out of warp.
Basically, it hit a wall.
Enter.
Damn it. So, yeah.
I relay this over to the captain's station.
So, Moral, you get the report of what just happened.
Okay. Is there any way we can get out of here? How far is the radiation cloud around us? What distance?
Um, so Josh, uh, the field starts at the white dwarf and goes back about a light year behind you.
Okay, well. Sheet. So we can't get any closer to this white dwarf that we're heading towards.
Um, give me a reason and command roll. I need one success.
There we go. One success.
You know that as long as the radiation doesn't increase, you believe inoculations will be able to prevent the crew from dying. Um, and you think not hard evidence, but you think that if you work with engineering, you might be able to come up with a way of getting the engines to work at low warp.
Okay. So yes, Che turns around in his chair, looks at. We should be safe if we inoculate the whole crew. There might be a way to get our ship at low warp. Keyword might, and he sends the report over to engineering and starts talking with them.
Okay.
Which I assume means Jones. He's talking with Jones.
Um, yeah, I'll say he's talking to Jones, but for simplicity's sake, because I don't like running player characters as NPCs, the go-to engineering person when not making engineering decisions will be Parsons.
Got it. So yes, he's talking with Parsons.
Okay. Um, so I'll say a couple hours pass by, and you are able to completely inoculate the crew Nar. Um, did you want to handle the bridge staff, or did you want the EMH to do that?
No, I'll handle the bridge staff.
Okay, because I was about to say, if you don't, she's going to be kind of a bitch about it. But yeah, I mean, It is an EMH.
I'm the chief medical officer. It's my responsibility.
See, if she had a snarkiness to her programming, I'd be like, oh yes, you're the chief medical officer, but who handled it the last time? Oh, that's right, me.
It's okay.
Damn it, Emily, you're supposed to be bitchy.
It's a fucking hologram. And not a cool one like the Doctor of Voyager.
That's just because she hasn't had the character development yet.
Well, she needs to get on that, or I will continue to not care.
Well, in order for that to
Alter
happen,
the EMH programming.
in order for that to happen, the CMO has to die.
I see. Well, unfortunately, that can't happen because I'll just roll too well.
Damn, you're right.
Screw it, I'll take the bus hit.
All right. So.
Okay, hardly a volunteer to die. That means the EMH will also double as chief of security, and that just means security measures will definitely improve and will no longer have intruders whatsoever. And murders will get solved real fast.
All right. So. Oh, Darby's gonna come out here to flip off Frank. Frank's gonna punch him. It's a vicious circle.
I see.
I'll be right back.
Yep. If you're quiet enough, you might be able to hear the hit through my microphone.
You guys have a very special living arrangement.
Oh. I'm sorry. We
can continue. No. That's half.
Well, Darby won't be able to lift his arms past, over his shoulders for a little while.
Alright then.
Uh-huh. Um. So anyway, you crew's inoculated, EMH has been deactivated. Um. Dathan is coming up with more inoculations just in case. And while he's doing that, Potek is in sickbay studying up on xenobiology.
Wink, wink.
um. So while the engines are being repaired and while ship repairs are underway, what is everybody going to be doing?
Well, since everything's been taken care of, I mean, I got files to go over, I suppose. Still.
Still.
So what is the plan? To get closer to the source of radiation, like we were intending, or to back off and, to a safe distance?
I don't know. What is the plan, Frank?
Is there a way that we can detect radiation?
Oh, you can detect the radiation.
First off, let's back outside of the house so we're not further exposing the crew. And let's see if we can get a detailed scan of this area to see just how big the radiation cloud is.
Well, the radiation field is roughly about 5 light years in diameter.
Can we get any more relevant telemetry and information from the source of this power from where we're at?
Nothing concrete. The radiation is preventing long range scans from being completely accurate.
What about modifying a probe in there?
Sending a probe would probably take weeks, because if you're sending it from 5 light years away, it would take some time to get there and then to get the telemetry back.
Okay, well, with the current information that we have, send a message to Starfleet and see what Starfleet has to say before proceeding.
Okay. Um, I will fast forward another couple of days. In that time, uh, Josh, every once in a while, the sensors would ping a ship on the outermost edges of the Tempest long range sensors, but it would immediately go away.
That's very odd. I assume I can't get anything interesting off of it, like a model or.
It, like I said, it's on the very outskirts of long range sensors, so you can't get any detailed information on it. But go ahead and give me insight and science. I need 2 successes.
Nope. Hell no.
Are we doing a ship assist with this?
Yes. Oh wait, actually no. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna give you like a half hint as to what could what it could potentially be. As a matter of fact, as a complication, I'm just going to go ahead and say that the since I had said long range sensors had been damaged when you were knocked out of warp, I'm going to say that it's staying just in that area where sensors can't identify what it is, exactly, but it can detect that it's a ship.
Got it.
And it can only identify that it's a ship because it moves too regularly to be just like debris or anything.
I report this to the captain.
Wait a minute. You're telling me there's a ship in there?
Not in there, it's actually behind you guys.
Oh.
It's worth noting that it's possibly a ship. The ship sensors think it's a ship, but it's certainly anomalous. We have no idea what it actually is.
Well, let's try to get the sensors up and working properly so we can find out exactly what it is.
Captain.
Okay, so at this point, as you're working, Josh, Lomax informs you, Frank, that there's an incoming communication from Starfleet Command.
Am I on the? Where am I at?
You're on the bridge.
Well, patch it through.
It's for your eyes only.
Oh, well, then I'll take it to my ready room.
Okay. So you go into your ready room. Computer asks for your access code. Now you know any communication from Starfleet is going to be automated because you're too far away for a live communication.
Yeah.
So the screen goes from the Starfleet logo to Admiral Nechayev.
Of course it does.
Commander Morale, I have been given your report and understand that you want further instructions on how to proceed. Since this is a discovery mission, I would hope that you would take the Tempest as long as there is no danger to the ship. I'm trying to think on what other bitchy stuff she's going to say. Sorry.
It's okay.
I know that this is not your general mission where you are in constant combat, but this is a discovery mission. You are to explore all possible answers as long as as long as the safety of your crew is ensured. I would hate to think that Admiral Dornan had put her faith into the wrong officer for this assignment.
Ooh.
Remember those guidelines, and I cannot wait to see your completed report upon your completion of the exploration of the Sabine Expanse. Starfleet Command out. Frank's got a murderous look on his face.
Murdering admirals is not good for your career.
It's okay. I know what she looks up on Fridays.
You know what?
Never mind. I'm being facetious.
As she looked at the screen, her automated image still frozen there. She just says, "Well, you're not here, you." And she refrains from saying what she really thinks. It's like, as long as there's no danger to the ship. Yeah. Blow out your ass, Admiral.
The computer chimes in. I will be reporting that.
Commander Morale, you have been fined 1 demerit. Okay, so you have your orders. What are you gonna do, Frank?
Well, first she's going to talk with her XO.
Okay. Uh, if you're gonna go look for him, Onvren is currently in engineering, looking over the the engine modifications.
Then she heads down to engineering.
Okay, so down in engineering, you see Onvren is speaking with Jones and Parsons. Um, Several of the other engineers are kind of bustling around, uh, doing last minute updates to the engines. What? And as you walk up to him, he looks at you and goes, "Captain."
So, how are the modifications?
Commander Jones believes that we should be able to sustain warp 3.5. That is, if we are to go back in.
What about sensors?
That is a little more complicated, but we are working to fix that. Tempest wasn't exactly built to withstand being forcefully dropped out of warp.
Well, I heard back from our favorite admiral.
I was Admiral Nechayev.
You got a moment?
Of course. He excuses himself from Jones and Parsons and walks with you.
So, in no uncertain terms, Admiral Nechayev made it clear that if we cannot or feel that we cannot go back into this area, then Admiral Dornan, she feels that Admiral Dornan misplaced her faith in us. In other words, Nechayev said, get back in there, stop acting like a little pansy.
She was always rather direct.
It's an understatement.
Well, I don't think there's a danger to the ship as long as we don't exceed warp 3.5 and as long as we keep the crew inoculated. But I have no doubt that Dr. Nar can do that, and Commander Jones can definitely keep the engines running.
Well, we'll want to make sure that we can get the EMH and the EEH online just in case anything goes wrong.
I can set up some safeguards. Or were you gonna say something, babe?
And it also seems that even though the long range sensors aren't working 100%, it seems like there might be a ship somewhere behind us.
Sabine Expanse certainly isn't dull, is it?
No, it's
I'll have Hartley keep an eye on this guest of ours.
Are you gonna stick her in the shuttle?
No, just at the tactical console.
Has her skills improved any?
We will never know unless we actually put her on the field. I don't want to keep putting her through her paces in the holodeck, if only for the simple fact that Counselor Zota has deemed holodeck time detrimental.
All right. Well, whenever Jones is ready and we get the crew, I'll stop and talk with Dr. Nar and have her start re-inoculating the crew.
Very good, sir. Okay, so I will fast forward another couple of days. You guys have inoculated yourself and headed back into the radiation field. Darby, while go ahead and give me a control and security, and let me see if you have anything that'll apply.
Okay. Do I get a focus since I have shipboard tactical systems, or does that apply?
Let me look to see if anything applies. So yes, you get a focus. I need 2 successes.
Hallelujah! I got 3.
Okay, so as you are getting closer to the star, the enemy ship comes into, or the ship comes into sensor range again. This time, the computer is able to identify it.
What is it?
It is a Tholian orb weaver.
I immediately let is the captain or the XO on the?
As of right now, the captain.
Hello?
Frank.
What? All he said was hello. He hasn't said anything. Like he hasn't addressed the.
Well, I asked if the captain or the XO was on the bridge, and then I got nothing.
I said the captain.
Oh, my bad. Okay. I look at Moral and say, "Sir, it's a Tholian. What kind of ship was it again? Out of character?
Orb weaver.
It's a Tholian orb reaver, sir.
Weaver.
Weaver. Tholian orb weaver."
You gotta love the Tholians. Is it following us or is it just staying behind?
It's been following you for the past few days. It's been staying on the outermost reaches of your long-range sensors.
No, I was asking Hartley. I turned to Hartley.
Oh.
And
I know.
asked.
Well, I know. Well, I'd let Darby know so he can fill you in.
Okay. Sir, it's staying right outside our sensors, but it has been followed.
Keep an eye on it. Let me know if they decide to do anything stupid.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Real quick, what would my character know about the Tholian ships?
um you know this isn't the first time the Tempest has come across a Tholian ship.
Oh yeah. Mind, as you were saying that, I answered my own question. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Anyway, you guys get to the sun. Josh, give me a control and science, and I need the Tempest to roll. I think it's computer and sensors. Let me double check. Sorry, sensors and science. Okay, so uh, here, you know what? You guys talk amongst yourself. I'm going to send Josh what it is privately so he can report it to everybody.
Okay.
So Emily, how's the weather?
I don't know. I haven't been outside all day. Outside sucks. I guess that's not true. It was kind of chilly this morning. Skies were clear. If you like the sun, which I do.
We live in Texas. 90% of the time, it's sun.
What was that you said? You live in hell? Gotcha.
It was 101 today. It was actually really nice.
Texas has great weather.
Don't you lie to these people.
I heard you have a lot of sun. That is terrible weather.
Yeah, Derby doesn't know anything about the heat. He prefers to sit there and not deal with
I love the heat.
bullshit.
On what basis?
On the basis, if you had to choose to sit there and be out in 105-degree heat or be in air conditioning, you choose air conditioning.
Anybody would, but I'm just saying if I'm out in the heat, I'm not going to bitch about it. That's why I love my smoke breaks so much. It's because y'all keep it cold in this apartment.
How cold is cold?
75 degrees.
Seriously?
Yeah.
75. That sounds nice.
It is.
Okay.
But to Derby, it's cold.
Like, I thought y'all were going to say something like, like 60 or something. Something crazy. No. Alright, whatever.
All right. I got. She turns around and reports. So,
It's a flying spaghetti monster.
yes, exactly that.
Yeah, that's not a white dwarf. It's a fucking meatball.
Yeah. No. So the white dwarf has 3 M-class planets orbiting it in the same orbital path. They are the exact same size and mass and atmospheric composition, and they're an equidistant uh, in their orbit from each one of each other. This is not a pattern that occurs in nature.
Just one of those things that's created out of Uranus.
My anus does not make triangles of planets. Yes, that's what's orbiting the star. Is this also the cause of the radiation, Jimmy? Or would I have to roll again for that?
That would be a separate roll.
Can I make that separate roll?
You can try.
Same as
Same as before.
unless
Frank,
the sensor saved me, I'm not getting that.
roll sensors in science. The Tempest loves you.
It does. I should marry it.
What happened to that whole thing of appendages?
I mean,
It-
I bet a starship has a lot of appendages.
They-
You think about it.
we can build a tail for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Um you while you cannot tell which planet it is from, it is definitely coming from one of the planets. I guess
Which one? Alpha,
I
Beta, or Charlie?
I guess the better way of saying it is you can definitively prove that the radiation is not coming from the sun.
Good. So Che indicates one of the planets, and there's our source of radiation.
Wait a minute, the radiation is coming from where?
This planet here indicates one of the planets. We shall call it Planet Charlie. Because history.
So, sorry, I was thinking. So there's 3 planets total orbiting a white dwarf.
In a
J-
And
perfectly identical orbit, equidistant from one another, so that they never collide or uh, interfere with one another.
so they formed a perfect isosceles triangle.
That's impossible.
That's impossible, but yeah, essentially.
That yes, he specifies that that's not naturally occurring and not possible to happen, even on the most extraordinary chances in the universe. And yet, here we are, looking at it.
Okay. Now, do we know what's causing the radiation?
No.
Nope. Probably not until we could get closer to those planets and scan them. Jimmy, am I fair in assuming that the radiation would only get more intense the closer we got to the planets?
Um not much more intense. But intense enough that if you wanted to like go down to investigate, you're going to need a shuttlecraft. So what's the plan?
Well, let's keep heading towards the planet, and keep getting cataloging everything we can. Make sure we take plenty of pictures, so Admiral Nechayev will be happy. And let's make sure we get enough sensor data to fill the Daystrom's data banks for the next millennia.
So you're heading towards planet Charlie.
I only called it that because ABC.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we're heading towards planet Isosceles.
All right. So when you get into orbit of the planet, uh, what all are you going to do? I mean, Josh, what is Shay gonna do? Moral, what is Moral going to do once getting in orbit, and what is everybody else doing?
Keeping an eye on the Tholian ship.
Ensuring we have enough continued inoculations that everyone doesn't die of radiation.
Moral?
Well, since we're basically here at the planet, we're going to get sensor data before we even think about sending down anybody in the shuttlecraft or whatever.
Okay. Um, so as I'll say that you collect about 4 hours worth of information. At which point the the computer has detected a structure.
Yay, structures.
This is a rather large structure, a dome, and it's on the northwestern hemisphere. Although I guess that really doesn't matter when you're in space.
Nah. Any other dangers or anything like that?
There is no life on the planet. Uh, this planet. Well, when I say there's no life, there's no like uh, fauna. This is actually a lush jungle world, plus swamps and varying other jungle-like biomes.
So there's a lot of like biodomes, but it's got jungle life in it.
Yes, this planet mainly consists of like rainforests and jungles, forests, stuff like that. Lots of trees. And one very large dome structure.
All right. Get a team together, and we're going to wear environmental suits and make sure everybody's inoculated, and then take a shuttle down to the planet.
So who is part of your away team?
Oh, the usual suspects. Nar, Che,
Hartley.
yeah, that security officer Hartley, myself,
Anybody else?
Red Shirts, Ricky, Tiki, and Tabby.
Okay, so you're just gonna take some red shirts.
Yeah.
Well, we need someone to get killed.
That's what Hartley's there for. I know Darby said something, but he obviously didn't hold down the button.
I purposely did not turn my mic on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so you all head down to the planet.
Before I left, I made I had someone replace my console, and basically I'm telling them to watch the Atholian ship specifically.
Okay. Now, I know this is a rather short session, but I'm gonna leave it to be continued here. If only because I only planned this far. And, well, I planned a little bit further, but I think to go into that would take up too much time. So we'll just go ahead and leave it off here for now and continue part 2 either next week or whenever we're all together again. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so I'm going to play the outro. Everybody say goodnight.
Night, everybody.
Good
Good night,
Grace.
everyone.
Good night.
And we shall continue this next week or whenever.